So as parents, many of us really struggle with the difficult emotions of our children and their challenging behaviors. And oftentimes we don't know what to do. We feel very frustrated and angry and resentful, and we just want our children to behave. So we often resort to yelling at them, punishing them, and then really disconnecting from them, telling them things like, "Oh, don't cry," or "Don't do that." And the problem with this way of being, this way of parenting our children, is that it really creates a disconnection and doesn't really teach children how to handle their big, difficult emotions. So what I want to really talk about today is how do we create healthier ways of processing difficult emotions, both for our children and for our family as a whole. And what happens as parents, when we do not accept our child's emotions, we are teaching them to not accept themselves. So they learn to hate their emotions. They learn to not like parts of themselves that have these big, difficult emotions. And so then they go through life feeling worse about themselves. And what we want to do instead is really create opportunities for children to learn how to be with these difficult emotions, process them in a healthier way so that they can be more resilient and handle life's challenges. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some solutions on how we can change the way we parent our children to create better emotional health for both our children and yourself as a parent too. So the first step is to really always maintain connection. So we have to change the way that we see our relationship with our child. That connection matters more than anything else. And how we maintain connection is that in the moment when your child is having a meltdown, the first step is to really calm your body down. So your body's going to be triggered. You're going to be having an emotional reaction to your child's emotions. And the first step is to really calm yourself down by taking a deep breath in. And we breathe down into our belly. And usually the best way to calm the body quickly is to breathe 4 counts in and 6 counts out. And a longer out breath helps to stimulate the nervous system, the vagus nerve in particular, to calm the whole body down in the face of the stressor. So that's the first step, is to get calm, because if you're not calm, you will not be able to work with your child to get calm either. Our children feed off our energy. So the first step is to get ourselves calm and get into that calm state and tell your body, I'm safe in this moment. I do not need to get so heightened. I can stay calm in this moment and I can handle this. So step number 2 is really changing the way we see this situation with our child by assuming that a child who is expressing difficult emotions is not being bad, is not trying to make your life harder. They are actually having a difficult time. So it's changing our perception and the way that we see them. So in the moment when your child is having these difficult emotions, after you take that deep breath, you say to yourself, my child is having a difficult time right now and needs my help. This is a very, very important step and a huge shift in how we see our children today. If you could take this next step, then it will help your child to really calm down much more quickly, because they will see that you're able to see them in a different light and able to help them. So step number 3 is to always acknowledge and validate your child's emotions. And what that means is that you're going to mirror to them what they are feeling. When you do this, your child's body and nervous system will calm down more because they will feel very understood by you. And as you know, as a parent, when somebody says to you, oh, I'm so sorry you're having a hard time, or they validate you and say, yeah, I understand why you're angry right now, you feel much better. So this is what you can do for your child. In the moment, you validate their feelings. Say, I can see that you're feeling really angry and frustrated right now, and I would really like to help you. Or I can understand that you are feeling really sad about this right now. That's natural, totally natural. I get it. And you will see how your child's whole reaction will start to calm down, and they will start to come back into a more calm or regulated state, where then you can then work with them better. So step number 4 is really about teaching your child how to be with and process these emotions. And it's really a teaching moment. So it's shifting from punishing and getting angry at them for their emotions to now helping them tune into their emotions and make better choices from their emotions. So only when they have calmed down and are in a calm state can you start to really talk to them about, so I see that you were really feeling this way. You seem to be feeling a bit better now. Can we talk about it? What happened there? The point here is to get to the root cause of why they reacted in the first place. Children always react for a reason. And when we can get to the root cause and understand what that cause is, then we can help teach them to solve problems, and then from there make better choices next time in terms of their emotions and behaviors. So step number 5 is really for parents. Now this step is for you alone to either do in the moment if you can, or you can do this, take some time later at the end of your day to reflect upon what happened with your child that day, whether you reacted or not. And step number 5 is really tuning into your own emotional experience. How did you feel in that moment? What triggered you about your child's difficult emotions or challenging behavior? The reason why this is important is because as parents, why we react to our children are due to the belief systems that we carry. So if we believe that a child is behaving badly when they scream and yell at us, then we likely picked up that belief system from our own childhood. We learned that from our parents because our parents got mad at us if we yelled and screamed or had emotional meltdowns. So then we treat our children the same way. So the goal of to not react to your children over time is to really work on yourself and to take some time for yourself at the end of your day and really reflect upon, why did I react that way to my child? Why did I get so angry at him or her for their emotions? What was I believing about my child in that moment? And how does that belief actually relate to myself? So how do I actually believe that about myself? So oftentimes we feel like we need to behave a certain way and be a certain way in order to be loved, accepted by society, by other people. And so we want our children to behave in these ways as well. But when we immediately go to trying to get them to change their behaviors, then we are creating disconnection from them versus connection. So a lot of the work in terms of changing your parenting style is about tuning into yourself and taking that time of really tuning into your own emotional experience that you're having. What are you believing in that moment about your child? And how does that really relate to yourself? When you heal those old wounds from your childhood, you'll be better able to stay more regulated for your child and help them through their difficult emotions. So in conclusion, the most important takeaway from this time here is really to shift the way in which you see emotions. Emotions are just energy in motion. We are biologically wired to have them, and they're an important part of being human. And one of the most important things to take away is that when we take care of our emotional health, we take care of our brain health, we take care of our physical health, and we take care of the health of our family. And from this place, our children will have better mental health. They'll be more confident. They'll be more resilient in life. They'll be able to handle the difficult challenges that come to them in life. And then they'll carry this forward, and they'll carry it on to their relationships and their family systems. So it's a much bigger picture of really shifting the way that we see emotions and really making emotional health very important in the family system.